Hey guys, I am in such a good mood right now. I just finished filming a video and I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. The lighting is pretty bad in it. Hold on. I don't know if this is any better. Oh, kind of. The lighting was pretty bad. I filmed kind of late. And it's getting harder now that it's winter because I'm having to film later and later. And usually I use like the daylight, the sun, as my lighting because using these lamps is, as you can tell, not so great. But I didn't really have much of a choice. There was still a little bit of light, and I added a lamp just to kind of help, but not the best lighting, but hopefully it'll turn out okay. Something that I wanted to talk about in this video, when it comes to Japanese learning, right? So, I'm not gonna lie, I had a bit of a, I don't know, I feel like I've been slacking off a little bit. Like, and it's for legitimate reasons sometimes and other times not, obviously. You know, on the one hand, I feel like I mean, right now I'm job searching and I do have school. I'm about to graduate. So I am very busy, you know, and I feel justified in not doing too much of my own studying because I'm also taking a Japanese class right now. So I kind of feel like, you know, it's being taken care of there, and I just haven't been feeling it. Like, and this is something I'll talk about in a different video. One of my big passions right now is YouTube. Like, not just making videos on YouTube, obviously I love doing it, or, you know, being on here, but, like, YouTubers. Like, I follow a lot of the big YouTubers and stuff. Like, I mean, of course, who's up there? Nigahiga, Equals3, Sexy Phil are kind of the top ones. Some of my favorite are like the Shaytards. I love Tobuscus and Toby Turner and all his channels. And I could probably go on for a really long time. Do that in a different video. But it's kind of my thing. Like, I'm starting to really, really enjoy social media, and it's something that I really want to kind of do as part of my career and stuff is social media stuff. So that's a passion of mine that I've been sort of investing time in, and I realized that watching a lot of those videos might be a little bit of a waste of time. At the same time, it makes me happy, so you know, what have you. So, but the thing is, I'm watching a lot of famous YouTubers instead of watching Japanese shows because I've been enjoying it more. I hate to say it, like, and it's you know, and it makes me sad. I love the Arashi shows, but it's just, here's what it is with YouTube. I'm really starting to just talk all about YouTube, but it ties in later, I promise. With YouTube videos, I just feel like it's just so easy. It's just like a couple minutes, you know, except for like the Shaytards, those are much longer. But, you know, it's just like, it's so easy to watch just like a few minutes as a break, and then you go back to your work or whatever, whereas like watching an Arashi show, that's like an hour long. And I know that I can watch like a couple minutes at a time, but it's a little bit more, like, I mean, just mentally, there's kind of like the fact that I see it as a little more of a hassle. So I just don't do it as much. And I don't know, I just haven't been into it as much. I feel like, I don't know how to get back into it. But aside from that, something that I have been getting back into, here is my tip for the day for Japanese learners, is record yourself, okay? Because I've been on YouTube a lot, something that I've been getting into, I do follow a lot of YouTubers like J-vloggers, right? I mean, and plenty of them are Americans or Japanese people. But, you know, talking about Japanese or speaking in Japanese, and that's really helpful. And I actually stumbled across this girl, whatever you might know her. Her name's Carolyn, but I don't remember, like Kerorin, and like a few numbers. I'll put a link somewhere. And she is, I mean, American, but her Japanese is really, really good, and she makes just vlogs. I don't know if she still does. I just saw some of her older ones, and I got a little inspired because literally all she does is just kind of talk about her day, or the ones that I've seen, she just talks about her day in Japanese, and I mean, I was really impressed and really inspired by it. And so what I've been doing is basically daily vlogs, but the thing is, I don't plan on posting any of these. Sorry, I mean, maybe I still should probably make vlogs in Japanese sometimes and post them, but here's the problem with them is that I get embarrassed. Like, I feel pressured. if I'm recording and knowing that people are gonna watch it. I can't help it. Like I mean, I love making videos, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to speaking Japanese, I feel like I can kind of hold my own in a lot of situations. If I'm actually talking to somebody, I feel like I can communicate, but that doesn't mean that I don't make mistakes, especially when I'm talking. Like, and I'll make plenty of mistakes where, like, I would know it, I know how to say it, I just kind of blank for a second, and then, you know, I freeze up, or, you know, it's hard for me to make a video like that with me just talking at the camera, and it's not even like a conversation in Japanese. I have a hard time with it, so I haven't, that's something that I did until just recently, after watching her videos, Carolyn's videos, and I don't know, I just wanted to make one, and I was like, I don't even care what I look like, I'm in bed, I'm in my PJs, the lighting's terrible, like you can barely see me in the video, but I just recorded myself talking for like a good, like, 8 minutes, and there were a ton of pauses. Like I ran across those problems where it's like I was making a mistake and trying to fix myself, and, you know, and kind of got hung up on, you know, and it wasn't good at all, and I don't want to post it, and plus, of course, I was sleepy, and I just didn't care, and I just recorded myself anyway. And now, I just made one just now, and it was the 8th one that I made, and and I've been making them daily, and one time I made twice, so I've been doing this for exactly a week, and already in 8 videos, it's like night and day. Like, and maybe it's because I'm in a really good mood today. I don't know. I'm done with one of my classes, like, for good, so excited, and I did well in it, so so I don't know, I'm so much more comfortable talking. And I'm still not, like, perfect, and it's gonna change day by day, but I would strongly recommend, and I mean, if you want to start a vlog, like, on YouTube and record yourself practicing Japanese, do it, you know, like, people can help you out and give you tips, and you know, you can get a bit of, like, a conversation going and stuff like that. Like, that's awesome. And, like, let me know if you do that. I would love to check out videos like that, and it's really cool as me, since I'm learning Japanese, to see that too, and sort of learn from it. So definitely do that. But if you're camera shy, or if you don't want to do it, you don't want to put that work in, or what have you, I would still recommend just record yourself. Just a diary, what you did that day, like, what are you going to do that day, how you feel. It can be super short. It can be, like, I just filmed one right now, and it was like maybe almost 13 minutes long, you know, so. And you just don't care about what people think, because you're just talking to a camera. And here's the difference with, like, for example, something that I would try and do was just kind of talk to myself in Japanese. Like, I don't know, as I'm doing something, just kind of talk to myself. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, like, it's a good habit to get into, but I feel like if you actually sit there and record yourself, it's, you know, you're forcing yourself into a more rigid situation, as opposed to just, like, talking to yourself in Japanese. It's really easy to just kind of forget to do that, you know, and you have to keep reminding yourself to do that. Whereas here, if you sit down every single day and make it a habit to just make a video, you'll get into that habit of maybe even talking to yourself more and more. Like, that's what I've been doing. Usually when I film those videos, for a while afterwards, I'm just kind of, like, Japanese is popping into my head more. And not to mention, if you're talking to a camera like this, it's a little bit more of a simulation of what's going to happen in real life. Like, I mean, I'm not technically talking to a person right now. It's like, it's not a two-way, well, I guess it'll become two-way once you comment. But, you know, I'm not, like, physically talking to a person, and when I'm making those diary things, I'm not talking to anybody except myself. But talking to a camera feels like you're talking to somebody, if that makes sense. Like, it's different than just, like, what should I eat for lunch? Like, it's actually saying, like, so today I did my homework, and then, like, tonight I think I'm gonna hang out with this and this person, and we're gonna play video games. And it's like you're talking to a person, and it's a little bit more of a good simulation of how you're gonna be talking in real life in Japanese. And that way, like, if you come across something and you don't know how to say it, look it up then, and, you know, you can pick it up more and more. And like I said, I think it's a really good thing to do is to not care about anybody and just film it for yourself. Try it out for a week. Like, I mean, how I did. I just did it for exactly a week, and I want to keep going. I want to do this every day, and I almost forgot sometimes, but managed to do it, and now it's like, it's going to be a freaking habit. And I'm keeping a journal, and it'll be fun to look back and see how I did in the future. So, and on top of everything, I feel like it's been helping with like my video making. Like, I mean, as much as I love making videos, like naturally I am pretty camera shy. Like, I kind of forced myself to film myself anyway because I wanted to have my own YouTube and to sort of teach and like I thought it'd be a fun thing, and it is. But I don't know, now that I've been recording myself every single day, it's becoming less and less of a big deal. And even though now there's actually people that are going to see this, I still, like, I feel less pressure because I'm used to doing it all the time when nobody's going to see it, if that makes sense. So has a lot of benefits that I didn't think would happen. And yeah, I can't stress how much I think it's a good idea. And my sister is calling me, so I will talk to you guys later. Bye!